All right, welcome to the morning brew. I took that Antoine asshole and shoved him in a corner. So I'm here for the morning caffeinated or die with Sparky, Cassie, and Cass. You guys wanted me here. I'm here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got super excited. I forgot to say my name. My name is Brahms. How's it going, everybody? Good morning. This is a good goddamn morning. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everyone.
How does he start this? How does he start this stupid shit? Oh yeah, I'm drinking a Monster. What do you guys got?
I've got a Monster as well.
I've got coffee and Coke.
Why do you have to?
Chai tea and venom.
Why do you all got to copy me?
What monster?
What?
Bitch,
I don't have a monster. Mine's
Bitch.
venom.
I'm not copying you. Get the fuck over it.
Oh damn!
I was warned. I was warned. You're the sassy one. I like sassy.
Oh, you'll come to love me more.
So, wait, what? Okay, so there. How's this chat thing work?
We basically just get on here and talk. That's it.
Oh, okay. So I see. Kadad.
I
Good
can
morning,
hear you
Kadad.
over the vehicle.
There we go. That works. Good morning, Kadant. Good morning, Ishtar, Fermion, Tinfoil Frog, Joshua, KG, Tom Lee. Damn, there's a lot of people here. Is this always this many people in the morning?
Yeah, this is about the proper amount.
How's it going, race? All right. So what do you guys talk about in the morning? This is new for me.
We basically just got caffeine, sit around and bullshit, talk about either how our week's been or stupid things that come up in the news.
Robs, let me out!
You heard nothing.
You sure?
He's in a box.
I didn't hear anything. So the freaks come out at night and they stay up late. Damn right. I work graveyard here. I have a mop and a bucket, and I usually just use that. So, all right. Did you guys have a topic?
Well, we were gonna talk about gaming and D&D.
Oh,
is that something you know about?
Well, I know about gaming. I play a lot of Call of Duty and Battlefront, and I think I played Battleborn for a little bit, and then I got too good, and they shut down the servers.
What? No PUBG?
Fuck that game. I play Fortnite.
Robs, let me out right now or I will end you.
Again, you heard nothing.
Okay.
So, but what is D&D? Are we talking, dingus and doorknobs or what?
No. D&D stands for Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Wait, are you all a bunch of nerds?
We wouldn't be anything else, man.
Oh, man, I took over a show with nerds on it. Jesus. Fine. I guess I can talk about this stuff. So go on, talk about it. Do I need to get a character sheet, or do we need dice or some stupid shit?
Well, there's actually somebody I was gonna go ahead and bring on that knows a little bit more about D&D than I do.
Oh, okay. Well, bring his ass on. I mean, it's Easter. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay.
Oh God, they're all geeks in the chat too. Oh, come on. Oh. he said he had a good morning show, and I was like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to knock him on the back of the head, I'm going to lock him in the closet, and I'm going to do this. I didn't know it was a bunch of nerds.
Well, unfortunately,
Tom Leach says we are geeks. There's a difference, you uncultured swine. I deal with cultured things. There's mold, spores, fungus. I mean, it grows on different things.
Yes, point.
So,
while we wait for this other guest to come on, what are some of the things you like to do?
He showed up, right? I'm right. That's like fucking magic. You're good at this. You should be a co-host for something, not just jumping on a stream with some jackass named Antoine.
Well, I am the co-host. Me and Cassie are the co-hosts for this show.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Seriously.
Okay, well, does he pay you?
Nope.
No. We do this for free.
Oh, see, no. You never, ever work for free. You need to get a co-host union, and you boycott until he decides he's going to pay you.
No, not really.
Nah, this is just something to pass the time.
All right, fine. So, who's the person with the Joker avatar?
This
would be me.
This is my friend Starwind. This is my co-host for Sparky and Starwind plays on my channel.
Good morning, Starwind.
Good morning.
How's it going, Starwind? I heard you're a big geek too.
We're all geeks. Get over it, Lughead.
I didn't know. I keep saying this. I didn't know I was going to, be on a what is this? A podcast or a morning show or whatever. Live stream. I didn't know I was going to be on a live stream with nerds. So.
Well, look at who you knocked out.
Regretting your decision already? Oh, I was hoping to play more.
You can play with me however you want. I mean, your voice sounds amazing. Are you a one beer chick or a 2 beer chick?
I'm a 1 beer.
So,
I'm a cheap drunk.
So it only takes 1 beer to get him off? All right, let's do this.
And I've also got somebody here on my end with me. I've got Captain Hook here.
Yar. What?
Yeah,
Like the Captain Hook?
Yes, the Captain Hook.
From Peter Pan?
Yes.
He's like my favorite villain ever.
I know, right?
Wait. Why does Captain Hook sound like a girl?
It is a girl.
That's the new thing. See, Captain Hook now identifies as a woman.
No.
He's my uncle.
No.
He's my uncle. We're related.
It's not that easy, is it, Brahms? Let me out and I'll save you.
You heard nothing. You heard nothing. I'm doing good.
No. You keep saying that, but you need to go over there and fix the ball gag that should be in his mouth. You're doing this wrong.
Apparently so. No,
There's only so many.
Did you hear that? They want me to put a ball gag in your mouth. You better shut the hell up.
There's only so many times you can roll a 1 on a listen check.
Roll a 1 on a what? What the hell
It's
is he
above your
talking
head. Just don't worry about it. Smile, nod, and go, okay. Like a good boy.
But there's The only thing that's above my head is like a ceiling. I don't get it.
Dense motherfucker. Great. Can't do a fucking kidnap someone and hijack their show correctly anyway, because you didn't even tie his mouth up, probably. He's probably about to come up behind you and whack you upside the head. Really hoping for that one, by the way.
Cassie, I think I've seen this movie.
I have too. I think so.
Why do you want? I mean, do you really want him out? I mean, seriously, he's a pretentious prick.
Yes. My favorite pretentious prick.
Can I say something?
What?
You don't have to have a goatee, a handlebar mustache, and a really, really dingy looking bullet, do you?
No. I mean, I have a goatee. I have a pretty foxy goatee, but no, I can't grow a mustache. It just doesn't work.
You got too much white trash on you?
Hey, white trash is the only type of trash, all right? I'll have you know my trailer is a double wide, and it has an extension on it.
Oh my god. Jason. Oh god, did it get hot in here or is that just me?
Oh.
Oh no.
I'll be right back. I have some trash to take out.
Oh, thank God.
Praise the scholars.
Picket line.
Okay.
The IQ
So-
in the room has finally risen back up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
So, while Antoine taking out the trash, on the screen, if you go from your left to your right, the guy with the black Joker symbol is Xana Star One. We got myself, Sparky. We got Cassie, and we got Antoine when we get back. With me, I got
And
Captain
stare,
Hook with
you
me.
ugly piece of gum! How dare you try and take my show? All right, Cassie, darling, I'm sorry, I have to. Okay. People are asking me. I just got here, and you want me to purr already? You know what? I need to be worked up to that. And right now, I'm a little pissed off that the fucking janitor decided to come in here. Anyway, welcome everyone to the morning brew. Caffinated or die. We've been streaming already for 12 minutes. I was in there for a very long time.
How the fuck did he get behind you?
Don't ask.
Maybe
I wasn't
that
paying attention. There was something going on in one of my DMs that was highly entertaining, and I had to change. I just wasn't paying attention. Hello, everyone in the chat. Good morning. Oh, our guest is here. Perfect. I am a bad host. Sparky, introduce your friend again. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is like the third time I've been to do something. Okay. Zen Star One, if anyone's seen my channel, watch my Let's Play channels, he's the one that carries my ass through the games.
Oh. So, you're the gamer of the group, then?
That would be correct.
The video gamer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, how do we want to do this? Do we want to talk about games first? Or do we want to talk about something? Well, no, we'll talk about games first until Cassie gets home and she can jump on her computer.
Yeah, I was going to say, as much as I like listening to that car engine, it's a little distracting on live stream.
Tom is saying someone has an echo. So it may be Starwind.
Yeah, I'm fixing that right now.
Okay.
He's walking off of a laptop. This is like his, I don't know, what is this, your third
Second.
Hangouts? Second live stream, third Hangout.
So, and Sparky, you have your lovely girlfriend, Captain Hook, next to you, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Yeah,
All
by
right.
your request.
That's right. If you didn't experience the Drunk Antoine stream on Cole Plays, you should go back and watch it. It's quite entertaining. I did request your girlfriend here because it's about time you introduce us to your significant other. Anyway, so how do we want to start these? Do we want to talk about D&D? Do we want to talk about GMing? Do we want to talk about game characters we've created? Funny stories?
Oh, I've got a couple funny stories if we want to start with that.
I'll let. Yeah, go ahead and start it off, Starwind.
All right. Well, the first game I ever was in, we started at 15th level-ish. It was a module, the Bastion of Unborn Souls, I believe is what it was called. You hearing me all right?
Yes, I can hear you. I've never actually been through a modular, so I don't know how much they're actually going to... I know what they are.
Yeah.
Like, the only one I know I've ever heard of is the, Tomb of Elemental Horror, and that's supposedly the hardest one to go through. So
yeah. Anyways.
But continue.
Yes. Anyways, he decides, all right, this module's boring, so we're going to throw it off the rails. So we end up in a forest. Freaking 5-headed Hydra comes out of nowhere. Gargantuan, I believe, the size of it is a big Hydra.
Okay.
Now, for anybody who doesn't know, the only way to kill a Hydra properly is with fire or acid. Otherwise, take a head off, 2 more heads show up.
Like the wonderful Greek stories of old.
Yes. And unlike the mythical Greek stories of old, there was only one player in the group that actually had a weapon that could do that, and it was my character. Unfortunately, my initiative was garbage at the time, so by the time my turn came around, it had 15 heads, something more like that.
15? You went from a 4-headed Hydra to a 15-headed Hydra. Who kept chopping things off like they were in a fucking Ginsu commercial?
What happened?
Like a barber.
Yes.
That would probably be Ortesk.
No, this was way before Ortesk. But anyways, my turn comes around. I start rolling like a crazy man. Crits, left, right, and center. I'm the only one with fire and acid damage. So I'm great cleaving my way through this Hydra. I think like 2 heads I miss. It collapses to the ground. The DM's like, you know what? It gets right back up. And we're like, what? All of a sudden, a massive roar comes out of the forest. A good old favorite Tarask decides to walk into the battlefield and proceeds to eat the Hydra. Then it tries to eat us.
So, wait, the Hydra popped right back up and then got eaten by a Tarask.
Yes.
Did you at least get the experience points?
Oh, we got far more than the experience points off that Hydra, I assure you of that.
Okay, I was going to say, I would have killed my GM if he would have pulled that shit.
No, because after maybe a 40-minute battle, we kill the Tarask. Well, kill it in the sense that we knock it the hell out. Then one of our players at the time has a special room made for this little stinker. So he gets his butt thrown in there instead of killing it. It's in a permanent state of... It's basically like permanently suspended animation. It's just enough damage to keep it down, but not let it get back up.
Welcome back, Cassie.
Home safe and sound. No more loud car.
You don't sound like you're in an aquarium anymore, so that's good.
I know, right?
Well, at least she didn't sound like she was in a box.
I'm sorry, I got knocked unconscious and thrown in a closet. Let's see you do something about that.
That's what happens when you let your janitor get levels in Rogue.
It's okay. He was just dumb enough to not use duct tape or a ball gag, so it's cool.
That's just duct tape.
duct tape is mean because that harms the facial hair.
Exactly.
When you're
Anyway,
kidnapping someone, you're not looking to be nice about it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, get with the program here.
I wasn't kidnapped.
Never kidnap someone, ever. Or detain them.
Apparently so.
Well, the way that I've detained people usually has more fun added to it. You know, chains, tying them up to the bed, a table, candles, wax, that whole thing. But that's just me. I've never actually captured anybody and locked them in a closet.
Please tell me you did the same thing to him.
No, I kicked his ass back down to the clubhouse where he belongs.
Right, of course. Of course.
Anyway, so okay, so you have the hidden room of suspended animation. Continue.
Yes. Anyways, they figure out a way to harvest materials off of the Tarrasque, similar to like Monster Hunter. We have one of the best smiths in the world we're in. Take this and goes, I can make you guys armor out of this. So this entire group of like 6 people are walking around with like +6 bracers of the Tarrasque that give us his reflection ability for raise and spells.
That should be fun. So apparently, okay, hold on. Tom says, I've been kidnapping in fun ways, just saying. Kadant then responded with, I can't listen to Cass talk about kidnapping with any seriousness. And then Tom says, Kadant, truth, it would be an adorable kidnapping. And Tom said, her voice is like sugar.
No.
Cassie, I keep saying that you got an adorable voice.
But
Do
that
I
makes
not?
it. But that's the key. See, you
makes it
see me
worse.
cute and adorable, and you think I'm just the sweetest thing, and then suddenly you end up locked in a
Instant death.
closet. You end up locked in like a closet or a basement, wondering just exactly where the fuck you are.
Or
So you're saying you use power word kill on people all the time. Or at least power word unconscious.
Power word stun?
That
Yeah,
works
that would
too.
do it.
I wouldn't necessarily use power word kill unless it's absolutely necessary.
Maybe hold monster.
Charm?
That works too.
Dominate person.
There we go. Tom says power word cute. It just overwhelms them. How would power
Oh,
word
you stop revealing my
What?
secrets.
Power cute. Power word daw.
All right. So okay. So you were level 15 walking around with Tarrasque. I mean, you guys should have had some pretty nice weapons at that point in time as well.
Oh yes. But apparently he didn't feel it necessary for us to be able to make Trask weaponry. And it's like, all right, fair enough. I'll give it that.
No, son of a bitch, he ran off with my monster. God, it's fine. I'll just crack into the other one. All right.
Unfortunately, I don't have a monster today.
Well, do you have any interesting stories for yourself, Sparky?
Well, yeah, the game that me and Solomon are currently playing in has taken in kind of a ton. Well, we've been playing as I've been playing as a guard. Well, not guard, but as like the captain of a special group of hunters. I was primarily a vampire hunter in our game. Well, I trained to become one, and basically my group, we hunted the things that go bump in the night. We bump back.
So you were the BPD.
Yeah. Stormwind plays a character named Wukon, and it's just like in
Journey to the West.
Yeah, just like in Journey to the West, almost exactly like it. And he was captain. He was a shogun, in the Kingdom where I am.
So just to clarify, you're playing the Eastern, whatever it's called, the Eastern Player's Handbook, the Eastern Legends.
Oriental Adventures. Yes.
That thing. Okay.
It's kind of a hybrid. We're mixing, we're not just playing out of that book, we're also mixing different aspects from different genres in it.
So James actually is kind of touching on what I was asking for stories. I'm talking about crit fail stories. So like a really cool crit story or a ridiculous fail story. I know I've told the story about how I had an overpowered team of characters that couldn't walk a flight of fucking steps. But there's more. I mean, there's more to it. I mean, here we go. All right. So this is the very first high-level campaign I ever hosted. All of the characters started off at level 16. Different races, didn't matter, but they all had to be at least neutral, good, or better. They couldn't, no chaos, no evil classes, no evil anything. So I had never run a big campaign before, like a high-level campaign before like that, so I didn't know how well their abilities would work together. So I set up 2 battles for the first session. One of them was a goblin war party. That's pretty decent going up against 6 high-level superhero-based characters, basically, right? At level 16, you might as well be a fucking superhero. And then I sent them up against 4 ogres and a chain golem. The 4 ogres and a chain golem I thought was going to be an easy battle. They almost got destroyed. And then on top of that, the very, very staunch paladin-esque, I can't remember his fucking character's name, but he scared off one of the ogres. And unfortunately, that ogre had all the loot. So after they get all the stuff, they're like, what did we get? I said, you got absolute shit. You got a few copper coin, or you got a few gold pieces, you got some rope, and now ogre weapons. What did the chain golem do? The chain golem exploded when you blew it up. That's what happened. So, okay, that's all that happened. So I send them up against the goblin war party. I'm thinking the Goblin War Party is going to destroy them. They almost lost to 5 characters. No. So the Goblin War Party is about to raid. So they're around this big bonfire. I think there was 30 goblins around this bonfire. There's a war chief inside his camp preparing for everything. So our paladin, who most of you in the chat have heard of before, Gwen, she decides. Now, I didn't think this through. I took a cursory glance at her character sheet and went, okay, looks good. She's a paladin. I did not look at her feats. So they're just regular goblins in armor. She's a level 16 paladin. So she goes up, takes a swing, she crits right away. Okay, that goblin's dead. I'm assuming you have cleave. She goes, I have great cleave. I went, oh, shit. So Gwen proceeds to great cleave her way through 27 other goblins. The entire time this is happening, the rogue of the group is sneaking around the back and goes into the war chief's tent and slays the war chief. Wonderful. She finally botches 2 goblins away from wiping out the entire party. She botches. I say, you don't get to control anything. I tell her, okay, you slip on all the blood and gore and viscera that is on the ground. And when you get up, you're covered in it. And the 2 goblins look at you and drop to their knees, pleading and screaming and begging for their lives. So she says, I take a superhero stance, hands on her hips. And she goes, I don't speak Goblin. Does anybody speak Goblin? So my NPC goes over there. His name was Pathfinder, kind of a dig at the other game, but yes, he was a ranger. And he goes, I speak Goblin. So I roll. Pathfinder botches on his diplomacy roll to talk to these goblins. So this is a crit that starts a massacre and 2 botches that are about to start something epic. So there are certain things that are in the goblin language that are in the human language that the goblin language does not have. Like, peace, be good, don't kill things. So Gwen is telling these goblins, go back to your home tribes and tell them of how I let you live today and how you should change your ways and all. And Pathfinder is trying to, translate this. And he botches. And basically he says, go tell your tribes that the goddess, the paladin goddess Gwen has spared your lives. So the goblins, the goblins basically in common say thank you and bolt. That was the end of the session. So I'm talking to my friend House. It's not his real name, it's just his nickname because no one can pronounce his first name except me. Everybody just calls him House. So I'm talking, he goes, well, what's going to happen? I said, well, I was kind of thinking about, they go back, tell the goblins and everything that they were saved by this, paladin goddess. And he goes, are they going to worship her? I was like, yeah, might as well. He goes, she gets divine levels. I went, what?
Yep.
Yes, if you get one person to worship you, you get a 0 level of divine levels. And what does it do? He goes, well, she's not going to have to eat anymore or sleep or anything like that. She's going to start noticing she doesn't get... I'm sure you can pronounce it too, Kadant, but when he told me why everyone called him House, he was like, wow, you're like one of the only people who can pronounce my name. Anyway, he goes, yeah, so, just have a roll for it, and then whatever she gets, she can pick or choose. So I read up on divine levels, and for every 10,000, you get 1 level of divinity. So I had her roll. I had her make a percentage. This was before the second session even started. I had been planning this all out. She's not going to roll too high. It's going to be, she's just not going to be able to eat. So I wanted her to roll. I wanted her to roll percentage to see how many of the goblins were convinced of this tribe, this big tribe. She rolled a 98%.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All except 2.
The non-believers are the 2%.
Yes. So I said,
Shun the
okay,
non-believer.
roll a D10. I'm thinking, okay, D10 is not that bad. She's not going to roll high again. No, she rolls a fucking 8. Oh, so that means 80,000 goblins / kobolds converted to what was she? She was the mistress of battle and goddess of peace. That's what they named her. It's the very yin yangish type god.
Pretty
And
impressive since they don't have a word for peace.
they do now.
Yeah,
They learned it really, really quickly. So this started a whole thing. My campaign was going to be something completely different. But this started a whole different campaign because the goblins worship Groomish One-Eye. He doesn't like his followers being taken away from him.
Oh no.
So it suddenly turned into Groomish taking notice that this tiny little female human goddess is stealing his followers. So it started to become this whole Lord of the Rings-esque thing of Sauron gathering all the dark forces. They started going up against Drow. They started going up against trolls and orcs, and like they were gathering all these forces. And it got so much that the goblins, I had her keep rolling, because every single time she would run into these goblins, she would tell them more, and they were learning to speak common. They were learning to speak other languages. It got to a point, and I kid you not, that the goblins, and this is rolls, mind you, rolls. I don't know how she pulled these rolls out of her ass, but she did it. There was a meeting of the dwarves from Mithril Hall, and because it was taking place in in Faerun, the dwarves of Mithril Hall, and this goblin tribe that was looking for a place to stay because they had been kicked out by the darker creatures. She was able to get them to have a peace treaty. Dwarves and goblins with a peace treaty. So much so that the dwarves helped build the goblins' home in another mountain.
Wow.
I
Nice.
have no clue how she pulled these rolls out of her ass because I was doing it at random. I was like, okay, roll this. She rolled 200%. The first 100% was to get the peace treaty. The second 100%, no, it wasn't loaded dice, although I should have checked twice. The second 100% was to give them an ability. You know how every race has an ability that they're better at than someone else? Like the dwarves have the magical crafting, the elves have magic and stuff like that.
Yes.
The goblins got artisanship. Their artwork and their sculptures were the best in Faerun.
Well
They
then.
craft. That's what fucking crits and botches can do to a game.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was ridiculous. That was one of the funnest. That was one of the funnest fucking games I had because I just started to get to throw things at them, and at the end there was this epic battle of Groomish's avatar versus Gwen, the goddess of battle and mistress of peace, or mistress of battle and goddess of peace, and just it was fucking epic. Like just the setting was think of like battle going everywhere on this field, and the other players are out there doing their thing, but it all focuses on her and him, and they just go fucking at it. He almost killed her. Like I told her, if you lose this, your character dies. And she had 1 hit point left.
Ooh,
One hit point left.
One hit
And she-
warrior.
And she was bleeding heavily. But she ended up, of course it was another crit that ended it, but she ended up critting and cutting the avatar's head off.
Nice.
So yes.
Yes.
Like I
want
had to
dice.
crit. Yeah, so did everyone else. I ended up having to craft a story on how she could actually beat Groomish. So they had to go find his lost eye. They had to get it from one of the god that took it, and that giving him his eye back would have actually like made his avatar mortal and everything like that. You know, it was such an amazing story. And I'm letting players know now, stop giving your DMs ideas, because half of the battles and things that they went through they started.
Yep.
Wow.
That's how some of the best adventures start, though, is
Oh yeah.
bad ideas.
Yeah, the last usually mine and Solwyn's game will go, and if somebody's sick, we'll usually have a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-1 session with the DM. It's usually 4 of us. But like tomorrow, it's gotta be just me and Stallwyn because Ortesk is out sick. And I can't remember what it was. You guys have to help me on it. I know Captain Hook knows the monster's name because we just got done watching the show like a month or so ago.
Oh yes, we gotta go fight the Demogorgon. That's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Two-Headed Jackal himself.
You're just going off of Stranger Things now.
No, seriously, it's in the book.
Yeah, it's in the Book of let me think. What's that stupid book called? The Book of Exalted Deeds. Book of Vile Darkness. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And no, we had one battle. I can't remember. It was last week, and our DM had the book open. It's like, okay, you're in the abyss. You get attacked by a bunch of monsters. I wasn't there. I was in the middle doing something else. But Starwind and Ortesk's character was there. And it's like, so I'm gonna roll a dice, and whatever it lands on, I'm gonna count numbers, and that's the monster you face next. And Starwind, I'll let you explain the battle because you explained that battle the best of what happens.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
Our friend Ortesk, little background. He's very bullheaded, he's very stubborn, and he likes to fight with the DM a lot.
Oh yes.
Now, are we talking rules lawyer? Or are we just talking someone who tries to get a work around what the DM says?
Oh.
All of the above.
All of the above? Wonderful.
These two are people that you don't have to give them a book. You can tell them, okay, build the most badass character, fight. Once that character dies, build another one and fight. And they can sit there and build a character, not look at the book, and go through and have an epic battle with them in a matter of minutes.
Yep.
Read James Jones. That's awesome.
All right. James Jones says, I had a dwarf that started a bar fight and a drunk wizard started a bar fight and a drunk wizard burned the town down during a siege, and it all started with a chicken.
That sounds like about half the way our games start.
Epic.
But anyways, go ahead and elaborate on this battle. Technically, I wasn't there for it.
Yeah. Basically, me and Ortesk's character got trapped in the abyss, and the last time we were there, it was me and Sparky. Something's popped in my character. We're not quite sure what it is yet. But he started to slice through demons like they were butter. Every time he'd do it, he would grow increasingly in size and more enraged. So Ortesk telekinesis is one of the demons towards him, trying to get away out of here. I believe he pulls a Bibboleth towards him.
Which one's that? That one's the weird-looking one, right?
The one with the spider legs, and it's just the head. So basically, the conversation goes like this. How the hell do we get out of here? Web. And his character's not physically strong, but he's strong enough just to break the web on a decent roll. So this is how the fight went for them. Web. Can't break out. Full round attack. Try to break out. Breaks out. Gets webbed again. And this repeats for like 5 minutes. And then once he finally breaks out and doesn't get hit by the web, he goes, all right, I plane shift it. And DM goes, all right. 2 seconds later, plane shifts back. Proceeds to web him again. He's like, he's out of web charges. No, he went to a different dimension. It's already been a day there.
No, that doesn't fucking count.
He does it to screw with Ortesk. I know the reason he does it. Because you can just watch him get pissed.
That's some bullshit. All right, you want to hear about some game-induced stupidity, aside from the last bit of stupidity.
No. It gets better.
I don't remember. How's the rest of that go?
That continues on for 10 minutes, and then he finally kills it. Actually, he finally kills it, and then he pulls in a
Baylor?
Yes, a Baylor.
Who's not too happy about getting randomly telekinesis just through the air.
And then the same thing proceeds to happen. And finally,
what level is the sorcerer or wizard or whatever that?
19th level. We're on the cusp of epic.
Okay. All right. Yeah, then you can grab Battle Demon.
Yeah. So he proceeds.
His character has wish and unlimited wish.
Not unlimited wish, but he knows how to use minor wish or limited wish and wish. But yeah, that fight just gets ridiculous because then that Baylor summons a buddy, and then it's just
It gets to the point we finally got him convinced. It's like he couldn't beat him. It didn't matter way that he beat one, but he couldn't beat the other one, and he finally telekinesis the Baylord away next to Starwind, and Starwind is like what, gigantic size at this point.
60 foot tall, so I'm technically considered colossal by that point. My character just looks over and goes, bam! Just one fist, pop! Turns him to mush. And then the Demogorgon decides to make his presence known, and him and Ortesk get into a 15-minute dick measuring competition.
That usually happens.
Yes.
All right. So I was playing this game based off of Wild Arms.
Oh God, Wild Arms. Yes.
So this game is based off Wild Arms, but one of the characters is actually the grandson of one of the main characters. He steals her weapons. They go through the whole thing. So I was getting this. I set up this battle. I didn't. They came across against this boss. I told them, they keep firing at him. It's dealing no damage. They're hitting it, it's dealing no damage. And then finally, one of them says, "What does that armor look like?" I tell him exactly what he's. It's full body armor. He's got these. It's just his head that is kind of exposed, but he's got armor on it as well. And the person who asks that is Gwen. I've been gaming with Gwen for a very long time. She goes, "Cold shot." Okay, you're at a -6 penalty for this roll. She goes, "Okay," but she's at least going to attempt it. She crits.
Yep. Boom.
So I have the way that we're playing this is if you crit, you have to roll a d6 to say 1 through 3 is double damage, 4 or 5 is triple damage, and 6 is quad damage or instant death. She rolls a 6. Okay. Roll d20 again. She crits. Are you fucking kidding me, woman? What are you doing? This is not fair. So I have her roll a d6 again. Now this is all done on the computer. This is not her actually rolling it. This is the computer's roll, because I have one on the Discord server. This was done through Gaia Online. So I had her roll again. She rolls a 6. The computer hates me at this point in time.
Sure seems that way.
So I have her roll one more time. This is the first time I'd ever gamed with her, too. I have her roll a d20 one more time. She fucking crits a third time. The computer gives her another goddamn 20. I was about to call... I would call fucking hacks if I thought she knew how to do it. So, all right, roll another d6. She rolls a 3. I'm like, oh, now you get a 3. So the way that they were supposed to beat this heavily armored boss is they had fire magic. They're supposed to heat up the armor. Mm-hmm. They had ice magic, cool down the armor really quickly so it cracks, and then they can start doing damage to him. No, she just fucking blew his head off. She took her whatever the fucking thing, shotgun was called, jumped up in the air, landed on his face, blew his goddamn head off. I went, thank you for ruining the 30 minutes it took me to put that battle together. Anyway, I have 100 different stories. I want to hear from other people. Cass, do you have any wonderful stories?
Oh, I have so many. And biggest fail was when I game with my family when I used to game all the time. And the long 5-year campaign. Yes, it was a single campaign. 5 years in real time.
Nice.
Must be awkward when the characters want to have romance together.
No, actually, that never happened. I did actually, though, have one of my characters end up gender bending. This was not my character switching. This was one of the guys I gamed with decided he wanted to be a chick.
Okay.
Why? Because he could. I don't know. I didn't understand it. But my sister played a rogue, and she was given a necklace of fireballs. And I'm like, oh God, this is going to be a bad idea. And I was proven correct. We were in the middle of a huge battle. We were taking on an entire, village worth of damn goblins. We're taking care of them pretty well. I'm playing a sorceress. I have them pretty much knocked out.
Fireball.
My sister decides that she wants to, in the middle of her square, rip her entire necklace off. She's almost got a full necklace and ignite every single fireball. That catches all of us.
That catches everyone and everyone dies.
Yeah.
She almost TPK'd the entire fucking party. She then goes, oh, by the way, and she rolls, and she is like Gwen. She fucking somehow got out of it. She goes, oh, I took no damage. I'm like, Okay. All right.
She
I'll
literally
remember this.
she
I'll
throws it
remember
into
this.
the air and hides under a rock. That's what happened.
Basically, yeah. That's what she did. She later got Fey abilities. Not sure how that came around. I don't remember how, but that went against her, which was great. My dad is another one of those types. His dice love him. We gave him new dice.
I wish my dice would fucking love me every once in a while.
This is the worst part. So we will start off with his character creation. When we did rolls for our initial stats. We didn't do points at the time. My father made it to where we had to use points because he ended up with 5 18s.
Woof.
And a 16.
Oh no, we're gonna have to put that one in charisma. Oh geez.
Oh my.
Oh no.
So
I'm
no, actually,
only
he put it in
half
wisdom.
hot.
He put it in wisdom. So my dad is playing a fighter, and he gets to custom build his scimitar. My dad decided to make. He called it the scimitar of beheading.
Nice.
He lowers his crit range, and
No,
he
who's
took
the,
down
who's the GM
4.
of this game?
He was an old friend of ours.
Why does he let these things happen?
My dad decided to take on 4 minotaurs and beheaded all of them. That is when my GM learned that my father should never be trusted with a weapon like that.
Because it was
So-
Vorpal, right? It was a Vorpal.
Oh, yeah, it's Vorpal. It was Vorpal. It was like +2 or +3 on top of that. And that was not including all the feats and shit he took to down the crit on it. Oh god. So
Basically got to the point where he had to just not roll
13.
a 1. Nice.
13
13 to 20.
13 to 20. That's nice.
Yeah. So my GM, before he finally destroyed the weapon, decided to have every single
finally.
monster.
Finally. I would have had him. You know what? I would have had the weapon break as soon as he used it the first time.
So it was great because the session I had to miss for some reason, I forgot what it was. I found out that in that session, our GM had every single monster wearing a special necklace that my dad couldn't use his Vorpal scimitar on.
No, there's an easier way around that. You just send slimes after them. Endless waves of slime. It doesn't do it.
We got bored one day it was a overnight. We were celebrating New Year's Eve, so we decided to game into the new year. We had a special session, and we did for second edition they made Alice in Wonderland. And of course, I am all in that. I'm like, yes, please. My sister became a large dog's chew toy. And my dad and one of our other PCs' armor completely vanished because of a what was it? It was a rust flea.
Wait, I have to read this. I have to read this out. I almost wish it was a super chat from Killer Groove. One DM I had was evil, cursed Vorpal sword that only went after the penis.
Oh! Ow! Ow! No! God, no!
That DM is clever.
I like it. I like it.
Vorpal sword of circumcision.
Oh god!
I think it's a little bit more circumcision.
It brings you into the phrase headshot.
No,
yeah.
Make it even better. It's a cursed, sentient Vorpal sword that has a female voice, and its name is Bobby.
Well, I'll talk a little bit more about the game that we're playing, my character. So, my character is a little bit weird. I play as a level 19 Hinyoki, which is a human hybrid, basically. And I chose Fox as what I'm hybrid with. And basically, I named him Kuruma. basically a nine-tailed fox. Is basically what it is. If I can remember the stats off the top of my head, I'm a ranger, witch hunter, warshaper, fighter.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
The weapons I'm using are dual kukris with a retractable chain attached to them. So I can throw them and yank them back and they come back to me. They're made out of silver. I have levels in Vampire Hunter, and in the game we're playing, the main goal is to defeat the Soul Drake, which is...
It's
I'll
from the
let you know.
Tome of, I was gonna say it's from the Tome of Battle. It's based off of it's the rival of a class in the Book of Nine Swords called the Jade Phoenixes. It's like their whole deal is to keep this monster imprisoned. Ortesk used to be one of them until he had it ripped. The Phoenix, the soul, ripped out of him. And because of that, the soul drake's cage had begun to weaken. And the entire rest of this campaign has basically been getting ready to kick his ass because he's coming for us.
Real quick, Tom Leachin says, in the game I'm currently in, I have a very minor magic item, a very affectionate animated rope. Ropey loves me. I bet Ropey does. I bet Ropey does those cold winter nights.
But no, I didn't realize how much of a badass my character was when I was making it, because this is like my first D&D game I played in, and this is actually the longest game I've played in with a character. And I just started picking through and picking this and picking that because this looks good. This looks good. Right now, my character has I want to say 8 attacks, or is it 7 attacks?
It's 7. Once you get perfect 2-weapon fighting, it'll be 8.
No, it'll be 10.
Yeah. So you're probably already up to 8.
Yeah. But anyways, he can hit hard as long as I don't roll a fucking run. And I seem to be the luckiest one in the group. I think one fight, I came close to getting my head cut off because of it.
Yeah, you came damn close to it.
I'm usually the one to war in this fight. But no, he's supposed to be a vampire hunter / undead hunter because of something that happened to my character when he was a child. And recently, he just got turned into a vampire. So yes, imagine a hybrid fox vampire. The cool thing is I've taken feats in Warshaper that makes me immune to crits. And now I've got feats in Vampire that makes me immune to crits. So even if they can crit a vampire, they can't crit me because of Warshaper. Or they could crit me at, well, I can't remember. I think there's only a couple different ways you can crit a vampire, is there?
Right. Very few and selective ways to do it.
Mm-hmm. So now I've got to learn how to fight with a vampire template, which I've never done before. So this is going to be interesting.
All right, so it's Starwind, right?
Correct.
Okay, Starwind. How long have you been a DM?
2003?
Not bad. So okay. I've always had these stories from, and I've even met some of them that want to do these, I'm half this, a fourth that, an eighth this, an eighth that, and a 16th this. What's the weirdest combination of races that you have ever had put together?
The weirdest combination? Half vampire, half werewolf, half badger, I believe.
What the fuck? Where'd the badger come from?
That's what I was about to ask.
The way he phrased it, he was part honey badger because he didn't give a shit.
Oh my god.
God. I'm going to find that player, and I'm going to throttle them just for that. Wildcat Dunt has appeared.
Sup, bitches?
Kadunk,
Hey,
darling.
Now I brought Kadant on because she is an avid gamer, and she has had some very interesting stories. Now I have never personally gamed with her, but I do know from experience from the people that she has played with that, well, not that type of play, but that she has played with,
Oh.
that she knows what she's doing. This sounds even worse after I clarify it, because now you're thinking that she knows what she's doing. She does know what she's doing, but she also knows what she's doing in game. I'm going to shut up now.
That would be
Have
a
you
good
ever heard the
idea.
point that, have you ever heard that there's such a point of just shutting up?
I learned that a long time ago. I choose to ignore it.
Like many things.
Well, I don't ignore everything.
I did not say everything. I said many things. Once again, you had just ignored me. Jesus
I didn't-
Christ.
I didn't ignore you. I chose to ignore part of what you said.
I'm sorry. Is there someone talking? All I hear is British asshole.
I believe the phrase you're looking for, Cassie, is selective hearing.
Selective asshole.
Well, that only depends on how many people are in front of me. Anyway,
This has got interesting.
Kadant, please
Yes.
regale us with some tales that you have.
Well, which tales do you want? Do you want the story of the cursed coin?
You have a story of a cursed coin?
So we go into this pit, and there's this giant pile of gold, and there's a spirit that we're trying to talk to. And every time we try and talk to him and be like, so we're just looking for this thing. And he's like, 10 gold. Pretty much you had to give him gold because the spirit that this was fed on it, as well as like on magic items. Well, my gnome, she was my gnome monk. By the way, it was a random roll. I randomly rolled a gnome monk. She didn't know she was a gnome. Her name was AU Gnome, because in the monastery, that's what they called her. They'd be like, AU Gnome.
Hey, you! No! Get your ass over here!
Hey, you know.
If we're talking about weird names, I had a friend of mine recently play a character that was named. What was it? It broke down to Dragon. That was his name. Dragon.
It was Moon.
Moon.
Okay.
Oh, but she's just like, oh well, here I'll go and dig for the, like, because there's a specific coin in there, and they're all like, we want information, we want to find out this and that and blah blah blah, whatever else. And she's like, well, here I'm gonna go and dig to see if maybe the thing that we're looking for is under the pile of gold. Well, this cursed coin stuck to her hand without realizing it. Now, the thing about AU is she likes shinies, but she likes specific shinies. So she didn't really carry gold on her, and this thing feeds off of gold. It feeds off of gold and magic items. So if you didn't willingly feed it, it would just start sapping away all of your gold and all of your magic items at random.
Oof.
But it didn't matter for AU because she didn't care enough about gold. She liked mirrors, but she didn't care enough because mirrors reflected the sun. It was so shiny and sparkly. But
that item was pissed.
Oh, I bet.
No. This item got full because she had found like this random magic item that I guess it could something about sub-zero temperatures to like high Kelvin or something like, or whatever. Anyway, it was a boss ass magic item that she had found, and she didn't know what to do with it. She's like, "Oh, this is a cool little ball," and he speaks from her hand because he's always in her hand. Oh, and this little idiot, AU, when she asked him, "What's your name?" and he goes, 1 gold, and she's like, "Oh, nice to meet you, 1 gold."
Hi, 1 gold. I'm Dad.
But he was a spirit who knew all this shit. And she fucking fed it everything, so much so that at one point, like, she had to turn her hand because he's like, I'm feeling a little sick. All of a sudden, a bunch of gold and like random magic items spewed forth from her hand because the spirit in the coin threw up because she fed it so much.
Wait, was the DM to this Brockus?
It was House.
Oh God! Did he do it? Did he do the voice for it? For the oh,
it was
God.
it was very no, he didn't do like it was oh, what was the name of the voice? It was very Brooklyn, you know, like he was kind of sleazy in the way that he would talk, and
God.
It's my cousin.
No, House is my DM right now for the Thursday game for my druid, who is secretly, and you guys get to know this, but the rest of the group has to roll to figure this out. And House helped me figure out how to do this. But you guys saw the last unicorn, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's a Malthea.
Really?
Wow.
Yard,
She is
tumblers.
So I had put a story in the chat earlier about how
your
my
wee
druid.
sorceress kitty.
No, oh, you guys want to hear about Nermal, my cat catastrophe.
No, you didn't name it after Garfield's cousin.
She's about the size of a coffee cup and weighs like 1 pound in her kitty cat form. But she can turn like to human form as like a special little spot or whatever. Like she got whomped one time because Zell. I told Zell, hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
So
and we're fighting like
so he threw the
we're
cat.
fighting. No, not me. But he had a dire rat that he started beating other dire rats with, and he had missed a swing and accidentally hit me in the side. And I'm a teeny tiny kitty.
So maybe like
he didn't
5 hit
hit
points.
me in the side. He hit me like across the fucking room.
Wait, what kind of character
all of a
was Zell
sudden,
playing?
He was playing a barbarian.
With a pet dire rat that he just
No,
swung by the tail
it
at
wasn't a
people.
pet dire rat. These were dire rats that were attacking us.
Oh.
And he just picked up one and started beating the rest of them because I told him, hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
That sounds like something me and Stormwind's gonna do in a non-magic campaign we do
God.
next.
Yeah.
But when he
Oh
hit
my
me,
God.
apparently it had unlocked my. I didn't know that because it was a homebrew race called Perlayan, and I didn't know that you hit a certain spot or whatever, and all of a sudden, oh look, I'm not a teeny tiny kitty. I'm just a cat girl.
And now you're butt ass naked.
And now you're a naked cat girl. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, no, that yeah,
Kitten.
that's exactly what had happened.
Gives a whole new meaning to petting a kitty.
Yeah.
But it turned really. That's when I got my TPK was with her. Because we had this magical coconut. And I'm used to being a teeny tiny kitty.
A magical
It was a magical coconut.
magical coconut.
Written in Elvish on this coconut was the word
Berlock.
mirage. No, mirage. And so when you would say the word mirage in Elven, all of a sudden the coconut would explode outward and turn into apparently 100 by 100 oasis, like with trees and magical healing water.
I know what the item
and
is.
food.
Live in a coconut and to drink it all.
I just called it the magical coconut.
I know what that is.
So being a teeny tiny kitty, most of this campaign, and by this time I was only like a level 3, so it didn't matter anyway. But being a teeny tiny kitty who had seen the coconut work before, and we had just fought off some undead like cleric, almost lich-like creature. I fucking forgot what it was, but our DM at that point was a dick. Like, his goal was to try and like, he pitted us against shit we should not have been fighting. After, but let me get back to this real quick. I'm digressing. So,
Have you not
Teeny
listened to
tiny
this
kitty,
stream?
magical coconut.
The whole thing digresses.
touche. But it opens up into this magical oasis that we can heal and rest and relax in. So we're fighting. We finally, like, half of our people are like, you know, I have to go and use mend or whatever to keep them from like completely, I swear I can English, bleeding out, you know. And then I start shoving potions down their throats just to get them back to like 1 health. Because like the DM at the time was like, if you get down to negative, then you're dead. But until negative 10.
Yep.
But until you hit that point, you have a chance to like come back. So I'm like shoving potions down everybody's throat because this teeny tiny kitty was a great alchemist.
Get up and fight, you bastard!
Chug a luck.
Yeah, teeny tiny kitty.
I'm sorry you're dying. Here, hold on 1 second.
Oh God!
No opal voice. No opal voice.
I never realized that my normal voice was the opal voice until I started speaking like opal again. Or normal. Same thing. Anyway. I'm trying to get these fuckers alive, and then I remembered, oh, the coconut. Now me, having no sense of dimension, because now I'm like, oh, everything got smaller. Okay. We're in a 30 by 30 room. Oasis opens
I can
up
see where this is going.
100 by 100. I'm trying to do the good thing and go heal everybody by opening up the magical oasis.
Death by coconut.
And I open it up and pretty much everybody gets like smeared on the walls.
Yeah.
Like I spent so many of my potions just trying to get them to stabilize, and all of a sudden it's just
Oh, look, there's new hieroglyphics on the walls.
But that roll, like that little action of mine had everybody staring like in fucking awe. And I'm like, what? I didn't know I was a teeny tiny kitty. I just thought that everything was smaller now because I got hit by a rat. Like, what am I supposed to do?
I was gonna say that reminds me of a story that actually involves my wife's characters during her first D&D session. If you don't mind, Knut.
I do not.
All right. Well, my wife has this habit of playing halfling rogues because that's what she likes to play. Well, we're going through this dungeon, and there's this ruby, maybe about the size of a table. Like,
does she have poo it?
She doesn't have poo it. She does something a little worse to it. Her one of her quirks is she really loves expensive stuff. So basically, she's got to make will saves to stay away from it. She voluntarily fails the first one. Her character jumps like 15, 20 feet over a pit, lands on this ruby, and proceeds to dry hump it for 20 minutes. Will not let any other party member get close to it. She's like, no, this is my ruby. This is my plaything.
It's her precious.
Yes, it's her precious. My character, being the son of a blacksmith, wielding, Antoine might appreciate this, a spiked chain, he's not aware of what's happening. He sprouts a pair of wings, a pair of nasty-looking bat wings. Turns out later on that he's possessed by a chain devil. He grapples the ruby, knocks the rogue off, and flies off with it. My wife just kind of puts her hands out with the tear in her eyes. She's like, my Ruby. And the next time she meets my character after he's flown off, she proceeds to just run up and just start beating on my shins like, "Where's my Ruby, you son of a bitch?"
Give it up! I want it! I want it back now! It was so pretty and
Yeah,
shiny.
exactly. And that reminds me of another in that same game. We had a person playing a dwarf. It was his favorite class to play because he could do the gruff voice really, really well. I think Captain Hook knows where this story's going.
I do.
Yeah. Well, one of our characters, our NPC, gets killed off, and while the dwarf is on watch, the spirit visits him. This dwarf is like 100% dwarf, doesn't believe in magic. It's all a bunch of elven smoke and mirrors and all that shit. So the dead elf sits down next to him and tells him, "Hey, I have a hunch that something's going to happen, and it's going to be really, really bad. So you might want to warn the group." The dwarf took it literally. Maybe like for the next 5 sessions, he is consistently on about this creature called a hunch that's gonna come and get us. And our characters are like, "Are you sure it's a creature?" He's like, "Yes, I'm absolutely sure." And he describes what happens. He's like, "You know it's a figure of speech, right?" He's like, "I don't care if it's a figure of speech. I know there's a hunch after us." So, like, 6 sessions down the road, we come across this monster in the forest, jet black, being able to, like, do greater darkness. After we kill it, we ask one of our current PCs what the hell this was. Because what ended up happening was I had to use my chain whip to grapple it. The fighter goes right next to my arm and just runs down the chain. The only way he could hit it. The NPC turns around and goes, "This is a creature called a hunch." And the dwarf just screams, "I knew there was a monster after us!" That dwarf did not let us live that down the rest of that game session.
It's the dwarf who I think it is.
Yes.
It is.
It's Captain Beer Nolan. Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Yes. And ever since, and we've even had a conversation here recently, that same DM wants to bring that monster back. And I messaged the player who had this hunch conversation. He's like, "Oh, I'd very much appreciate if you brought that hunch back."
It was okay. About reoccurring characters. Have you guys ever had to retire a character?
We actually retired the character in our last game. It was about 2 sessions ago. That was played. Was it a test character? Or was it Leviticus's?
It was Leviticus's character.
I've had a. Oh, go ahead.
We usually keep the character sheets, and we'll use them as NPCs in another game or something like that. And that's basically what we did. Is we finally retired this one. You know more about Winchester than I do, Starwind.
Yeah, he was an old PC, old jet, like really gruff-looking guy. The kind of guy who walks into a room and everybody notices him for the wrong reasons. The dude's like decked out, like completely in like bloody, like cobbled together armor. He's been through some shit. But it was Ortesque's, half ogre vampire, undead killer. It was his CO. Well, in this game, we had a massive undead attack, and Winchester was our first general. So he called in Ortesque and his original group's characters into this, because this is what they do. And we're all sitting there being all somber and like, this is going to be a tough battle, and they're all from the corner going, "I bet I get more kills than you do," a la Legolas and Gimli in the Two Towers.
Yeah.
Well, what ends up happening is Winchester gets ambushed. He gets overrun. Ortesque, being this barbarian, charges in there and just proceeds, like what Knut had said, beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Dire rats,
Yes.
it was vampires and ghouls. Well, one of their generals snuck up behind him and shanked him really bad. But his weapon, Winchester's weapon, was cursed. Basically, anytime he died, he would be brought back. Basically, he could not be given a warrior's death. Ortesk saw this guy, ran up to him, took both of his fists, and just popped his head like a zip. But anyways, after that, Ortesk got attacked horribly. Winchester basically did the Secret Service dive, saved him, and it broke the curse on his weapon because he died defending someone that he loved. Because this was not the kind of guy that had, like, feelings or emotions. That sort of nature.
I can relate to that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was a pretty gruff and grizzled veteran, but now, with him being dead, our current Ortesk character now has his sword.
And it is...
It's considered an epic weapon.
Go ahead and ramble off the stats on it.
I don't remember the stats off of it.
No, you don't.
So he's retired, but not retired?
He's dead. That's what we consider retired.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Oh,
He's dead. He ain't coming back.
I don't mean like killing off characters. I mean retired. I have one character that I've retired, and it got bad enough to where I had to retire him. Which is, his name is Cole Spire. He's had very different incarnations and everything like that.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
Yes, he has. I actually, for the role play that we're having on our Discord, I brought him back, but things happened anyway. He started off as just a basic vampire. It was my very first Vampire the Masquerade campaign where we did Mind's Eye Theater, where you don't use dice, you play paper, rock, scissors. Yeah. That was an interesting thing. You do a lot of actual walking around and setting the scene with your mind, and you have to set up tables and things like that. There's a bunch of garbage that goes into it. So he shifted from that, and he's been a demon. He's been a vampire. He's been a wizard. He's been a control of the nothing. You know, he's always been a villain. He's always, if I'm not playing him as the helper NPC, he's always been the bad guy. And it got to a point where I could not. I was changing his name because I wanted to throw him in because he was my favorite character, and my players would be like, "Yep, that's the bad guy." How do you know? Well, because you basically just described Cole. Fuck. Fine. No more Cole. I don't bring him in often.
Sounds like Ortesk.
Sounds like my character too, because that's where my.
Yeah, but he's still technically alive. That's what I'm saying. He's just, I don't play him anymore. I want to create other characters and things like that. Thank you, Ishtar. She said in the Discord, RP Cole was an amazing bad guy.
Yeah.
Dragon's Den. I don't draw, so that's not happening.
I draw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want some good drawings, let Captain Hook do some drawings for you.
She's pretty damn talented. She's the one that did the coloring on my avatar.
Well, let me shill myself out there. If you would like to draw my avatar, I would not turn it down. There's too many things of lo-fi going around and not enough of Antoine.
Okay.
Lo-fi has so much
lo-fi stuff.
I'm not saying the lo-fi stuff is not hot, but I'm just saying this. I only have one other thing, and it's not something that I like to share.
How many times can you roll 34 someone?
A lot. Have you seen the site? There's a lot of Rule 34.
I know. I've seen.
Well, if we're going to talk about retired characters, I've actually had to retire 3 before. One was the teeny tiny kitty
Not the cat.
because Nermal wound up she became chaotic evil after Brachus's character tried to kill her. Because he went on a little bitch fit rage. Because he was being a whiny little fucking paladin who's like, no, my family and my like all the people that I know like just got killed and shit like that, and I'm looting the bodies. I'm chaotic neutral at this point. I'm looting their bodies because they got good shit.
I was gonna say
And-
she has
An idiot.
PTCD, post-traumatic coconut disorder.
Yeah. Well, no, the DM, the way the reason why Normal was able to come back from that was because the DM was so fucking astonished and stunned that I was able to get that I killed everybody that way. So the god who had put us on this mission in the first place, he had rolled, and he'd gotten I think he got double lot, and that's why he was like, all right, so the god's gonna bring you guys all back. But I was looting bodies, and then Brachus goes and he's like, no, what are you doing to like my friend's body? I'm like, getting their stuff, and continues to fucking loot.
I
And
thought
he goes,
that was obvious by me taking this stuff and putting it in my pocket.
I had a bag of holding +5 at this point.
Oh, nice. So you basically could hold.
yes.
You could basically carry whatever the fuck. You could carry a 3-mast schooner. So I mean,
Oh yeah. I was fucking prepared. But he decides to try and attack me. And his attempted murder of me, my DM's like, your alignment changed. I'm like, shit. What did it change to? He's like, evil. I'm like, but I'm chaotic. And he's like, okay, you're still going evil. I'm like, I was so happy because there's this little fucking, I have like all these ion stones floating around,
Yo.
so like not even other sorcerers could get me with magic missiles because
Yo,
I had so yes.
Is that fireplace? Oh well.
Can you say Elfin lied?
Oh no. Da-da-da.
Elfin lied.
You probably never seen it.
Have you seen
Yes, I
Adventure
have.
Time? You know that little
Okay.
cat? That's what I keep thinking of.
Yes. But
Little assassin. Oh,
But
no.
after that, like, Normal would just go off and do whatever the fuck she wanted. Like, at one point, they're on this little boat, and she gets hungry, and so she sees a big ass fish in the water, and she starts throwing fireballs.
Cooked fish, my favorite.
Because she can. Because
Exactly.
she's chaotic evil. She doesn't care. She's like, I'm hungry. I want the fucking fish. You're gonna burn the
Yes,
boat down. Swim?
I want the fish.
Goodbye, Ruben.
So I had to retire her because she turned chaotic evil. One of my other favorite characters, Brachus had actually drawn this one. He was he was half Perlay and half dragon. And he was a weird mix, but he was a fighter and he was beastly and monstrous and ridiculous and glorious, and I miss playing him. But he was a ghost face assassin, I believe. I think the ghost face what's it? Anyway, I had to retire him as well. Mostly because same reason that I had to retire my ranger, who was built like a fighter because she could dual wield scythe.
Yep.
Oh, she was glorious. Oh,
Gotta love that quad. Gotta love that quad crit damage.
all right, we have been talking about D&D for about an hour and a half, so I think we should switch gears because one of my lovely co-hosts has articles that we like to read, and they are some of the stupidest things that we have ever heard, like Peter wanting elephants to have personhood. So
As long as it's not Sandman.
What?
no,
I'm sorry,
she's
what?
going to. She's already threatened me with Sandman, so I'm waiting for it. So, Cassie dear, do you have an article for us to read?
Hold on. I gotta find them. Give me a second. I have them pulled up. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Do you want to do the gator one that I sent you earlier this
No,
week?
we're not doing the stupid gator one. I can tell them what the stupid gator one is.
No, it's
I
a
don't wanna-
great one.
Okay, so
Um,
while you're finding them, I will explain the stupid gator one. So, in Louisiana, there was someone who was a gator wrangler. His nickname is the King of the Gators. Well, he was having a sex reveal party for his child, and he filled up a watermelon with either blue or pink jello. Well, how did this happen? He decided to have the alligator itself reveal the color by chomping the melon in half. Except after it was done with the melon, it kind of charged the rest of the party members. And he had to wrangle him.
yeah.
Dinner and a show.
Yes. So
Pretty much.
it was just the
Happy
fact that it
baby
wasn't.
shower.
Yeah, it's the fact that it wasn't Florida this time.
Louisiana.
That's the only difference.
Well,
So if I scroll
it
up,
makes
I
sense.
think I have the one that you sent me before.
Are you talking about the judge one?
Oh God. Yes. All right. I'll do that one.
Do you need me to send it to you again?
No, I found it.
Okay. Let's say I didn't come fully prepared. I had a very rough night at work this entire week, so I was not fully prepared for this.
Wait, Cass, are you saying that you were not prepared?
Oh, I have already
Don't
uttered that about
steal
15
my
times.
Tagline. God damn it, it's mine.
Hey, you didn't fucking catch
You
on
know
to
what?
it.
That's
You know
because I
what?
said it to her
Kadut
earlier.
says it hotter than you, so shut the fuck up.
Hey, Caden, you can always tie him up and
Yes.
throw him in the closet. That walks
Hey,
too.
Antoine, you want to come smell this rope?
No, I don't want to smell the rope.
I want to
Okay.
smell the rope.
Just taste
Can
it.
I smell the rope?
Just taste it.
No.
Does this smell like chloroform to you?
So, the headline for this is a judge broke into a woman's home and stole her underwear.
What?
Okay then.
Okay.
Yes.
Why not?
This is from the Associated Press. A Long Island judge who police say entered a neighbor's home and was later found to be in possession of stolen female underwear has been arrested on burglary charges because indecent exposure only happened while he was in the home. Police say a 23-year-old East Ilsip woman was home alone Thursday morning when she heard a noise and saw a man who then fled. The woman gave a description of the man, and officers arrested Suffolk County District Court Judge Robert, I'm not saying that last name, nearby. They say he was carrying soiled female undergarments that had been stolen.
Soiled?
Soiled, yes.
Soiled.
The judge is scheduled to be arraigned on Friday. Information on his lawyer wasn't immediately available. That's because that lawyer doesn't want anything to do with the publicity that this judge is going to be giving him.
So,
Puts a new tome on Penny Thief.
He didn't even go into like her panty drawer. He went into her dirty laundry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming smelling was involved and inhaling and probably rubbing it all over his face.
Yeah.
Now, what's so great about this though is that I found this article and immediately sent it to Antoine, and I may or may not have said my day does not start until I get the what the fuck. My day started at work. It was great. Because it was what the fuck? I'm like,
You just like doing that to Antoine.
You know what? Most of the stuff that she sends me online is revolving around getting me to say what the fuck or cringe. So I think that's more applicable.
I told you I was sadistic. I find great pleasure in making you go, what the fuck? Come on.
Your voice is too sweet to be sadistic.
Oh,
Now, Cadunt, on the other hand, she has an evil voice.
Cadunt, will you be the sadistic side of me, please?
Done.
Oh, we
Thank
got
you.
we got somebody in chat that can do a crazy German laugh.
Crazy
Ooh.
German laugh.
Shall I?
Oh,
Who has watched the movie Studios Mega Man?
oh, you probably. I'm probably the only one.
Aw.
Okay,
I'll
well, in the movie Studios Mega Man, the main villain, his name's Dr. Wily, and he's played by Scott Mendenhall, a very, very talented voice actor. He plays several well-known.
Plays
What the
every-
fuck, Cassie? What the hell did you send me?
I think Cassie's got a scoreboard she's got set up somewhere every time he makes you go, what the fuck?
This might be the perfect time for that laugh.
Go for it.
Yep, go for it.
Do it.
Oh, me? Oh, that one.
Okay.
Oh shit, I can't breathe.
Female McDonald's cashier charged with incest after she and brother have baby with severe medical problems. What the fuck, Cassie?
What does McDonald's have to do anything with it? Wait, what?
And
Okay,
there's
hold
one.
on, hold on, hold on.
I'm already
Now,
lost.
now, I actually did not find this one. You can thank Moondoggy for that one. I just
Oh,
decided
God.
to torment you with it.
The legend of Moondoggy continues.
No, Moondoggy has this. Is this the same Moondoggy that has his own section in the Discord?
Yes.
He has nightmare fuel, yes.
This, she's not even hot.
I'm sorry.
Am I the only one
Okay.
dropping my
Hey,
mouth
hey,
a little bit?
There you go. Florida.
Yeah, okay. Pauline Elizabeth Martin, 33, was charged with incest after genetics test on her baby. A Florida woman was charged with having an incestuous... This is the second week in a row we've had an incest story. Are you trying to tell us something, Cassie?
No, but if you look at her, it looks like she's a product of incest herself.
Most likely.
With severe
It's just
medical
genetic.
problems. Investigators said Pauline Elizabeth Martin, 33, was arrested Friday after genetic testing revealed the child she gave birth to had one a family tree that did not fork. The Orlando Sentinel reported Martin, a McDonald's cashier, told deputies that Groveland she had a romantic sexual relationship with her brother for the past 5 years. She said the last time they had sex was March 21st. She's not hiding it. She's just like, look, we had sex in March. She said she was going to end her relationship with her brother because she knows it's wrong. Bitch, you had a baby with him. What do you mean you know it's wrong?
Oh, what? The was it? Song from Phantom of the Opera pops into my head. Past the point of no baton.
Yeah.
She said she was, according to authorities, they began investigating after Martin's baby was transferred to Winnie Palmer Hospital for Women and Babies in Orlando within hours of being born because of severe medical problems. Police said neither Martin nor her brother filled out Medicaid paperwork or obtained a birth certificate for the baby because they didn't want to. The paperwork was not completed until February 26th. Wait, so the baby was just born and then they had sex a month later? Could he not? Well, apparently he couldn't keep it in his pants for his sister, so I don't see why he would wait until she was healed. Oh my God. Authorities interviewed Martin at her workplace in Leesburg on Thursday. She was arrested the next day and charged with incest and resisting law enforcement without violence. She was released from Lake County Jail on $3,000 bond. Authorities are searching for her brother.
The brother was a smart one. He butt the fuck out of there.
Yeah, he dipped the fuck out. Oh my God. Why?
Da-da-ding, ding, 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 ding. Deliverance, anyone?
All right. So Kadant
Just
has
remember,
sent-
run the other way when you hear the banjos. And you know you're really screwed when you hear, you got a pretty mouth.
Feel like a piggy.
squeak like a little piggy for me.
Yeah.
What? No.
Again, Cass?
Oh no.
No, it's not Cassie this time. It's Kadant. I'm not even going to read it out loud. I'm just going to screen share it because the title itself is not to be believed.
What?
Florida. Zoo employee killed while attempting to rape an alligator.
Well, he deserved it.
Alligator would have just said yes.
You know
This
what?
wouldn't have been a problem.
You know what? Just for that, Cassie, you get to read this one.
Oh, you think that that's going to affect me? Oh, you're adorable.
Is it actually the whole thing, or is it?
Is that?
Oh, it's just
whole
the
thing?
headline. What? No, it's just the headline.
Well,
It's behind
come
a fucking paywall.
Ah,
Native
Are you
American
serious?
news. Yeah, it's behind a paywall.
God damn it!
Well, just read that part right there. Just
I'll-
read the
I'll
little
just-
paragraph.
I'll read the little paragraph. A zookeeper was killed this morning in the alligator enclosure of the Naples Zoo while he was attempting to sexually assault a 12-foot-long reptile. According to Captain Henry White, a spokesman of the Naples Police Department, 24-year-old Jimmy Olsen. Oh my God.
No,
That
his name is
explains it
not
right
Jimmy
there.
Olsen.
That explains it right there.
Oh,
No.
and it stops at the word one. Oh, that makes me sad. Now I actually need to read this because I'm curious.
Let me see if I can find the full article. I don't
I
want
want
to.
to know more now.
I mean, it's old. To be honest, it's an old article.
It says the resource you're looking for has been removed, had its name changed, or temporarily unavailable.
Yeah. But,
God
Oh
damn
my
it.
God.
just the headline alone was enough. That's all I needed was to let you read that headline.
That is great.
Oh, Crocky, look at this gator. It's a beautiful gator here.
Wait,
I'm going to put my dick in it.
What's getting bitten off?
Hoax Slayer. Apparently that news story was false. Damiana sent me something in Discord.
Oh,
Says that it's a fake story.
Can't say
it
it
was still worth a try.
Yeah, it was still.
I just saw that. I saw the headline and I was just.
But
laughing.
apparently it used a real zookeeper's face. So that's a real person.
I think it would be pissed.
That would be considered slander.
I would think so.
Just a tad.
All right, Cassie, what else do you have for me? Thank you, Damiana, for showing us our wrong ways.
That's actually all I've had for this week for my hilarity. I don't have any of the other ones. Oh, no, see, because the beginning of the week, I got to see an article about how apparently Fortnite Mobile has become a battle of the sexes, and I proceeded to rage for 3 days.
Well,
am I
yeah,
going to
but-
mention that article?
just check side chat.
Oh, God. What did you send me now?
Everything good. Tell me you sent him something else that I can laugh at.
It's Kadun. You cannot
Yes.
expect anything
No,
good.
no,
Do
no,
it.
no,
Do it.
no,
Do it.
no,
Whip it out. Show
No.
it. Come on.
God, no.
I
Yes.
saw the
You're being a
URL
little
popped
bitch.
up. Like, nope.
Oh, Kadant.
Do it.
I'm not
Yes.
reading this one. I'm not reading it. It's not happening. I'm nope.
Who's next? Come on, read
Oh,
it.
son of a bitch.
Mom blends her placenta into smoothie and feeds it to the family. That's disgusting.
Cannibalism?
Is it? Oh.
I think
No.
that's kind of cannibalism, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it does.
Nope. Nope.
Oh,
She has that crazy look in her eye.
he really did. He really
Ladies and
I haven't
gentlemen,
even read it yet.
Antoine has left the building.
I'm gonna go throw up more like it.
Ah,
Wait, what?
I can find some good stuff too every once in a while.
Oh, I get to read it. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Hold on. Antoine, honey, are you trying to torment me? Because
I think
that's
it's got
not
the
going to
mic
work.
muting cussing.
Oh, that's so cute. Because you think this is going to torment me.
Just read it.
Oh, don't get snarky with me, asshole. Jesus. A mom of 4 turned her placenta into a smoothie and fed it to her husband and their 3-year-old son for health benefits.
You know what? No.
It's only
No.
beneficial to the mother.
Damiana says in Dutch we call the placenta mother's cake. Oh, I'm done. Fuck this world. I want off.
You have said that so many times now.
You know what? Do you hear this? Do you hear it? I'm looking up one-way tickets to fucking Mars.
You gotta do the voice.
Just fucking read it, Cassie. Get the shit over with.
Oh my god, this is great now.
You know what? The CIA and the FBI, when they look through my search history and my tab history, they're going to think I'm sick.
I'll just wait till they get home.
No, just let them know you're a writer.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, that's how I've covered up like half of the things that I even look up.
Oh god. Just go, please. Just get it over with.
Okay, calm down. Jay Woodall, 33, has 4 children: Logan, 9, Demetrius, 6, River, 3, and Storm, 9 months, with husband John, 34.
Tell him to keep it in his fucking pants next time.
Woodall always dreamed of repurposing her placenta, but missed her
Oh, they're
opportunity.
showing it. Oh god.
Hey, that could just be something you get from
That's
Jamba
not
Juice.
that's not. No, see, now I
Good
can't
beet
drink
juice.
Jamba Juice ever.
Woodall always
Throw a
dreamed
little
of
red wine in that, it'll probably be okay.
Shut up.
Oh,
It's
you have me intrigued.
This isn't blended it with berries.
Antoine.
Please, just hurry up and read this so we can get it
Antoine,
over
roll
with.
a constitution check.
My constitution
Fort
check
save.
failed.
It's
Maybe
fort
you need
save.
Fort save.
Just read. Quiet. I'll mute you all until it's done.
Woodall always dreamed of repurposing her placenta, but missed her opportunity with the first 2, but found a solution by the time she had her 2 most recent children. She paid $42 for her raw placenta to be turned into smoothies, and everything left over was dehydrated and turned into pills, costing a further $210. Woodall said, "It's a mixed reaction. A few people think it's a bit gross, not very appetizing. There are some
No
people
shit.
There are some people that think about it and are interested and ask questions about it. I've had some people that listen to what I say and do it themselves as well. People are
they're
grossed
lying
out. People are grossed out. Some people are interested. Scroll. Thank you. I don't care. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and it's my body. I'm the one that looks into stuff, and I make up my own mind about whatever I do.
Were your children entitled to your own body too? Do you think you're fucking Jesus Christ? What the hell is wrong with you?
Or your husband?
Oh god, it gets worse.
This
it gets
is
so
my
much
blood.
worse.
This is my body.
Great. I'm up for trying things out if it's going to benefit my health and my body or my children's bodies. it's not really much different from eating certain meats. A lot of animals do it, especially mammals. We're the only ones who don't eat afterbirth. Eat the afterbirth.
No, it's the mother that eats the afterbirth, not the other people.
Oh God!
Oh,
I wasn't
wait
sick after drinking as much. I'm getting there now.
Wait
You're
for
welcome.
it.
Oh,
Woodall, a
God.
self-confessed hippie from England.
No,
had
you
her
don't
umbilical
fucking
cord.
say. Are you sure? I couldn't fucking tell that you're a goddamn hippie. You smelly piece of shit. You fed your placenta to your children. What is wrong with you?
Just obvious.
Even had her umbilical cord dehydrated and turned into a keepsake.
You know, her house probably smells of just
Death.
compost, piss, and death.
And possibly sex too.
Oh, Dun, I hate you so much right now. You have no
Dun,
idea.
I love you. I love you so much.
Mwah.
How much you want to bet her kids run around diaper free and they just shit all over the place because it's natural?
She probably also free bleeds on her children as she does
Oh
yoga.
God! God damn it!
Hey. I posted another one that's more of a fluff piece.
Oh, Fluffy, we're not done with this one.
Ah,
How much more is there? Jesus! Oh no, it's showing the little girl drinking it. Why?
Well, I just rolled a run.
You know what?
okay.
I was starting to get hungry because I ate like 6 hours ago. It's gone. I will have no appetite for the rest of the day. We're gonna have Easter dinner later this evening. I'm not gonna be hungry because I'm gonna imagine this fucking image for the rest of my goddamn life.
Hey, you have an interesting article to talk about now.
That is true. Or if she article to fit, to forget. One of the two.
Do we want to go on with this? Can I
Might
stop
as well.
this? Thank you. For the love of God. How much more was there? There was a shit. Oh God! It shows the umbilical cord.
If you wear it like a necklace, that's all I'm
Hey,
No,
curious.
It's okay.
it's turned into like this. It says it's spelt out love in gross, dehydrated human flesh. These people are fucking insane.
I've played
Well,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I've played enough Silent Hill or Resident Evil to be desensitized to that.
Oh God! All right, which one do you want me to read, Kadant? Or bring up, Kadant? The first one or the second one? No, we're doing the second one.
The first one is, I was gonna say the first one's the fluff piece though.
Yes, but the second one is highly entertaining. At least by the title. All right, it's loading. Why is this always the New York
Yes,
Post?
Janice, burn it with fire.
It's always the New York Post. All right, hold on.
Burn.
PK Fire!
It's a good song. I saw that song.
All right, here we go. Prankster lets train door close on his junk because people are stupid. There's a video to it. Look, there's a video to it that I'm not going to play, but that is a person who is getting his penis handled, and it's going to have a train door close on it. People are stupid.
Oh my God.
Fuck off, James. I don't want to think about chunky straw. Oh God, chunky strawberries. You know what, Kadan? I'll let you read this in your demented voice. Can we replace stupid humanity yet? Is that a possibility? Like, is there a disease that we can give that only affects the stupid?
Yes, it's taking the safety tags off of everything and letting Darwinism take control.
Exactly.
Here we go! Woohoo!
I'm down for the apocalypse.
I am too. Definitely down for it.
All right, go
So
ahead.
shall I read?
Yes.
Oh boy.
It's never a good idea to block the closing doors on a train, but this might be the worst and most painful way to go about it. A group of horse racing fans recently tried the lewd stunt en route to a popular festival in
Cheltenham.
Cheltenham, British. As they rode the train, one of the travelers, who goes only by Fry, exposed himself near the door.
Wait, he
Much
goes by
to the-
Fry? After this stunt, he's going by Small Fry.
No fry.
Half Fry.
Probably the same mentality as from the one in Futurama.
One of Fry's buddies then grabs the bare penis, really, lining it up for a date with Destiny as the doors slide shut. Fry's manhood is briefly slammed between the closing doors before they quickly reopen, leaving Fry apparently unscathed and his friends in stitches. The incident was filmed and shared on Twitter by Danny Criddle, who confirmed to the Post that Fry escaped without any punishment. Obviously, don't try this at home.
No shit. Well, they can't try it at home anyway. They have to try it on a fucking train.
So you go and slam your dick in a door.
No.
Don't slam your
Don't slam your dick in a door.
Step one is put your dick in a box, not a door. Shit.
Well, I definitely try and stick my dick in a box, but it's usually warm and moist, not being handled and closed on a train.
Although the fact that his friends actually grabbed his dick and lifted it just so they could see the doors close on his dick,
That is a true friend right there.
I mean, that's like some Zell Brockus shit right there.
I was actually just gonna say that.
All right, what's this second one? The first one you sent me. I'm opening it up right now.
It's a fluff
Again,
piece.
the New York Post. This is stupid. It's not going to save the tree. How what? How does that even work? I don't even understand how that works. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
What? All right, woman marries 100-year-old tree so it won't be cut down. Technically, that doesn't work because she can't consummate the relationship. Or can she?
Sounds like some druid stuff to me.
Yeah.
It's just more hippie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's a fluff piece. It's about love and marriage.
Well, let's let our newest guest read it. Hello, Lo-Fi.
Hello.
Lo-fi darling.
Lo-fi.
You get to read this article as first thing you get to do. Yes, it's Florida again.
It's almost always Florida.
Who's
have to read
surprised?
this
Who's
on my
surprised?
phone.
I'm not surprised.
I have to do what now?
I'm reading the text on my phone, so it's a little small.
That's what she said.
It's a little.
Can you scroll up a bit? What's the name of the article so I can read it? Woman marries 100-year-old tree so it won't be cut down.
I think we're channeling Deckard Cain here.
It's Deckard
Stay
Bane.
a while.
Get it right.
Stay a while and listen, chat. The bride wore white and the groom wore black. Wow, what a joke. A knee slapper. A Florida woman had her heart set on saving a beloved century-old tree in danger of being cut down, so she married it, according to local media. Karen Cooper's Saturday nuptials with the Indian laureate ficus tree rooted in Shell Family Park in Fort Myers included floral arrangements, a dog serving as ring bearer, and a wedding cake decorated with an icing rendering the tree next with the word "Higher Love." Reported to news. That's so sweet. How much money did she throw out on this shit?
Probably a goddamn lot.
Somewhere between too much and not enough.
The
No,
wedding dress
it's just too much.
Yes,
Clad
Reaper.
Cooper.
Yes, Reaper. Mother Nature is now a lesbian.
The wedding dress. How? No. Oh yeah, that's true. Mother Nature. The wedding dress clad Cooper and about 50 onlookers. Jesus fucking Christ! She had to make invitations for 50 people.
Wait a second.
Exchanged
She got 50 people to show up to this shit.
You know,
What?
lonely people have a lot of friends.
And one of them was the one who gave her kids a smoothie.
No. Oh God, she's probably a hippie too. Ugh.
She married a tree so it wouldn't get cut down.
Yes,
Yes, she's a
definitely
hippie.
And she had a dog as a ring bell.
Woohoo!
She really
Yeah, she doesn't like
loves
people
Mother
at all.
Nature.
All right, continue, Lo-Fi.
The wedding dress clad Cooper and about 50 onlookers exchanged vows to protect the ficus, which was put on the city's chopping block in December after a prospective buyer of the neighboring lot expressed concerns over his liability if the towering tree were to fall. So she just endangered the man. Thank you. What a wonderful person.
She's fighting the patriarchy one branch at a time.
Shut up. Though the laurel is rooted in the park, its 8,000 square foot canopy partly extends over the private lot. Once word got out that a 100-year-old tree was in danger, neighbors organized a campaign of protest, culminating in Saturday's bonding of arbor and woman. Cooper told the news press that she was inspired to put down roots with the ficus by news stories of women marrying trees in Mexico, fucking Mexico, to protest deforestation.
Are you kidding me?
Is she gonna fuck us the ficus?
There's a pun in that sentence. Now, did she really say it? Or is this just the writer being fucking quippy?
Of course it's the writer, probably. So I saw that, I thought, oh, we should marry the ficus tree, kind of giggle, but everyone said it was a really good idea, so I said, okay, that's a lot of money, why would we waste this much? And they said, fuck, it's a tree, it's life. She didn't say that didn't happen. Okay, let's do it, she told the paper. If they cut down this tree, I'm going to be a widow.
Would that be murder?
No.
Like, they killed her husband.
Forced into
The tree's not sentient.
I think this
I feel
is.
sorry for
I
the
think
tree.
this is just as dumb as the elephants for what was it? Citizenship.
Personhood? No, giving
Personhood.
them personhood. What the fuck is going on with this goddamn world?
The Shitty Cities Beautification Advisory Board is stayed to meet Tuesday to decide the fate of the Indian laurel, which recently got a clean bill of health from a certified abortist. Oh, an arborist, sorry.
No, it needs to be an abortist because he needed to be aborted like in womb.
Early indication that the Cooper and her new husband may get the chance to live happily ever after. She'll surely get a deep rooting. I should write this in my book. The city is moving forward to save the Schnellpark ficus tree. A spokesperson told the news press, every day city employees cares for the trees and plants that give a city a sense of community and shared history.
There's being a druid and there's being.
You're welcome.
Before.
Nuke it from orbit. Just get rid of the entire city. Just take this. Just get rid of it. That's what we need to
Imagine
do.
the guy next door building a house, concerned that the tree falls, a storm is there and it falls and kills. Then this woman's husband just killed a man.
Tree murder.
Hey, Brockus. You want a smoothie?
No.
So, what's this smoothie thing?
No. I'm not bringing it back up. No, I'm not bringing it back up. No.
Come on, Antoine.
Oh, come on.
So
Don't make me bring it back.
Yes, bring it back.
Do it.
back.
Do it.
Oh, and
Do
purr
it.
for us while you're at it.
I can't breathe.
What do you mean purr for you? You've been tormenting me this entire goddamn time. You want me to purr for you?
Yes,
You're gonna torment me again?
Yes.
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 Per bitch.
No.
Purr for the nude.
Just
Yes.
Why? You're making me do this again.
You have that sound in
You
your head
haven't purred
as
for me.
Lo-Fi reads it.
I hate all of you.
Okay,
Oh.
can I watch the smoothie thing now?
I'm getting it.
No, I was
Fucking
getting it.
bullshit.
Why'd you
Oh, I
stop
was totally
purring,
getting
damn it? I was so close. I was getting my coffee.
I bet you are getting your coffee.
60.
There you go,
Oh.
Lo-Fi.
That's
That's
fucking
smoothie thing.
disgusting.
Yes,
There you go,
yes, it-
Brockus, just for you.
Oh, can Brockus get some vaginal bacon with that?
Oh God! Come on!
Not while I'm drinking a soda, please.
Here, I'll show you the placenta. Look, there's
Wait,
there,
wait.
Brockus. You see that right there? You see that
Just
jug
get some-
right there? That's someone.
Just
That's
get
some pregnant woman's placenta turned into a fucking smoothie
With berries and coconut water.
No,
that she fed to her children.
Scroll
Look,
down.
There is a child drinking
Oh,
the smoothie.
No, drink it. Antoine,
Drinking it. And then, look, here's her placenta, here's her umbilical cord. Dried up and turned into the word love because she's a dirty fucking hippie.
Antoine,
What?
show the chat vaginal bacon.
No, I'm not, because I'm not looking that shit up. I'm not doing
Show
it.
It's
No.
on Reddit. It's not disgusting. It's ultra gross.
I think we triggered Brockus.
I'm not,
Oh, honey, it's okay.
I'm
promise.
I'm not doing vaginal bacon. That shit is disgusting.
Although I'm just gonna say I'm a little disappointed that she didn't add Worcestershire and Tabasco and celery stick and vodka.
Yeah.
So
That brings a new definition to the phrase Virgin Mary.
no, that's not Virgin Mary. That's a Bloody Mary.
That would be a
Oh.
bloody Mary.
Oh, I just made myself.
Is that all it takes, Brockus? Really?
What do you mean? Is that all it takes? Is that all it takes? That's the first fucking thing he sees is someone marrying a tree because she's a dirty fucking hippie, and then the second thing he sees is another dirty fucking hippie making her placenta in a goddamn smoothie and feeding it to her 4 children and goddamn husband.
Oh,
I can't breathe, guys.
I said something in chat. Chat asked,
Why are you making me do this, Lo-Fi? Why? Why do you hate me?
now? We're so close to gross.
Why do you hate me? Why?
We're close to extra crispy.
Which one is the article? Because I know it's a fucking article. Ah, God, I clicked on the fucking thing first. Oh.
You can see Antoine run away going, no.
All right. Fuck. No, Cat, this is not my fault. I hate you, Lo-Fi, so much.
I
I'll
love
Right
show
now.
the picture I found. That's way worse, the picture I found.
Oh, no, there's more. There's more. See, it goes down to where she's actually. So I don't know what that says. What does it say? It says, chick in are
Chick
popping
in.
menstruates particularly large piece of uterine tissue and does what any average level-headed woman does. She fries it up with Crisco.
She must be from the South.
Left baby Sal out. She named it Baby Sal? What the fuck? Out overnight, so he slightly dried on his own. A little rehydration, and he's ready for the skillet.
Is there mental illness?
She's wording this like she's done it before.
You need to
the tools. I usually fry my bacon with Crisco for evenness and to prevent burning.
That's a new commercial for Crisco.
Both strips were extremely thin and they crumpled up very quickly. It reminds me of bonito flavor. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well, and
oh my god!
Show the before picture. Why? Just when she dropped it. That's the one I sent.
Oh god.
What this?
God damn it. I can't breathe right now.
No, I linked it in side chat and Hangout. That's the picture just when it fell out of her.
Oh, you want me to share that? What is wrong? During the process, the strips were crackling like crazy, more than regular bacon. This makes me wonder if they were indeed alive. Notice the fuzz at the end of the strip on the right. That's just weird. I hate you.
Yes, that's the weird part.
That's the weird part. Remove the fuzz so it would be more aesthetically pleasing. Thank you for viewing. I hate you.
These people need some.
I can't. I just can't.
You have to share. The chat wants it. I can smell it. They want the vaginal bacon pre-cook.
KG Killer Groove wants to know if that's Florida again.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't see the picture, Lo-Fi. I don't see it.
It's the Google AMP Reddit Museum of Filth Common Vagina Bacon.
Oh
that's the picture
that's
before.
That's what I clicked on first for.
What the fuck?
Just send them the link in the chat and let the chat look it up.
Oh Jesus!
It popped up above the thing you read.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I think we're gonna sense a riot, Jack.
I can't laugh anymore.
I can't.
Ah!
God.
Oh my god!
Breathe, sweetheart, breathe.
Thank you. I'm trying.
I think Baracus is going to summon the horde.
Do Lo-Fi and I need to come and perform CPR?
Extra tongue. I mean, what?
I'm just like
Of course,
wigging
of
the
course.
fuck out in chat.
Like I said, she's going to summon the horde.
Things that make you go.
Oh my
No,
god!
it's more like things that make you go, hey, let's try to.
Okay, enough.
Yes. Those people, I'd rather eat her cookie.
We've got a super chat from Killer Crew for $4.99. Why do you hate us?
I don't hate you. I don't. They don't hate you guys. They hate me. This is for me. They did this to me, not to you. So for them doing this to me, I had to share my pain.
No. You don't.
I'm done.
Lo-Fi, Cassie, and Cadunt. I haven't brought up any uncles. Neither has Starwind or Captain
Oh my
Buck.
god! I got it. It's still on my fucking computer. I have to. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes. No.
God damn it.
Mr.
You know,
Mark.
I have. You know what? Here, I need to go take a walk real quick. You all entertain the fucking chat. I'm done for a little bit at least.
Would you donate to people who show you vaginal bacon?
Another super chat at you guys. Oh,
Nurgle does not approve, huh?
That's pretty
$7.
bad.
$7 from Clausen. This is so disgusting. Evil Nurgle does not approve.
Money.
Whew.
Sledge would not fuck that
So-
piece.
Buzz,
Stormwind.
buzzing with Antoine is going out for some bacon.
So Stormwind, do you want to lighten the mood with some voiceover?
I don't know. What did you have in mind?
Well, I mean,
Oh, I need a
go ahead and
moment.
do your voice. Go ahead and do your voice for a bit. Go ahead and ask Mario anything.
Yes, let's ask Mario some questions.
why?
We'll just answer right now. Peach can't cook for anything.
Bro,
We got a chat
Marcus.
scuffle.
Buzz is gonna keep going. He's not gonna stop. Oh God, I have to take a moment. Holy shit, this has been great.
Right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So Stormwind, how did you like episode 4?
It's a damn shame I won't be able to come back for a very long time.
What accent is that?
It's me, Mario. Let's go. Woohoo!
Mario, it's me, Luigi.
Luigi, my brother, where the hell have you been?
Oh, I went down to town and I ate the pasta pizza bolognese and some vaginal bacon from Mama, like Mama made it.
You sick son of a bitch. You know you're supposed to share that with your brother.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
I come back to this bullshit.
You know Yoshi really loves that, especially when you put it with some pasta ragu.
Yeah, and he used a long tongue to scratch my butthole. This is why I don't have my own bed.
I just thought of something. It's Easter morning, right? Technically, it's Easter morning.
Yes.
So what? We get a placenta smoothie, some vaginal bacon, some actual eggs, and have a good Easter dinner.
No, you can't take actual eggs. You have to take disgusting eggs.
So okay, so what? Balut. There you go, balut. I'm the only one.
Yes! Yes,
Of course
balut.
I do, because I'm fucking Asian.
Ew!
Because yeah, we eat the fucking fertilized eggs all boiled and fucking the shit bothers me. It's crunchy though. It's crunchy. It's crunchy hard boiled eggs.
Stop!
Just
And
some
when you actually asked,
an egg with vegetable bacon and placentas. That's a good way. It's a healthy way to
Brockus,
start.
save me, Brockus. Please, for the love of God, put me out of my misery.
you know what? Hey,
bread for
Antoine,
that.
how about you do this? Give him the link if he can come on, let him come on so I can rage the fuck out because I know he wants to.
Most likely.
Oh, God, all right.
We should get a glass of daddy's milk to just.
Because I mean, as of right now, this whole
That's some brain
fucking morning
stuff.
stream has already went from caffeinated to what the fuck. So
Wait,
It's
Buzz.
called caffeinated to die, not caffeinated or kill the host.
But Buzz brought up a good one.
Die or vomit.
Get it, Cassie.
Brock, guess you quit being pussy. Get on here.
Yes.
A Planned Parenthood breakfast.
Fuck. God damn it.
Milk
Wait.
does a placenta
Zombies
go?
exist, apparently.
Get your ass on
it's
here
time
and
up.
save me. For the love of God.
Okay.
No, you can't.
I
Don't
can't
fight me.
just do it anymore. Can we hit? Yes, I agree with Jester. Can we hit the die button, please? Is there an easy button like Staples? You just hit it. It says die and you kill people.
Yes. Yes, step into my shower. Es ist wär's the juice vent.
Oh God, I can't.
Oh.
Nein,
so-
Ishtar is mein enemy. I will
Yes,
guess her.
apparently, you, Kadant and Cassie are now enemies with Ishtar because of the things that you're putting her through this morning.
Nein, Ishtar, Liebe.
Hey, it was meant for Antoine. He chose to share it.
Exactly.
That's true. It's ultimately Antoine's fault.
This is all Antoine's fault.
No, this is not all Antoine's
You hush.
fault. You do not get to turn this around on me.
I can't
Yes,
if
we
I
do.
want to.
You showed it. You're the weak link.
Oh God! Shut up, Buzz.
Buzz wants to know if you want some bacon bits for your salad.
Brockus, get on this stream for the love of God.
I can handle brutal death, mangled bodies, horrifying bloody images, but fuck that nasty shit. Paint a picture for Hamid with that stuff. Yeah. Ew.
This is
Not enough
this is
corpse
true.
blood on that picture.
Come on,
No,
Brock.
not
Just
enough.
get on.
Come on.
Here, Brockus.
Shut up,
Brockus.
James. Your opinion doesn't fucking count for this.
James, your opinion totally counts for this.
Sparky, do you remember when this show was supposed to be just you and me? Do you want to go back to that?
Oh, I can leave like right now. If you really want.
Don't leave.
But I think part of your audience might be a little mad.
That's true.
So you want to
Antoine,
think about that again?
see, Ishtar has it right. Antoine is a smart man cowing to the desires of the women, and you are all evil bitches. We are fighting now.
He cannot be smart if he's cowing to the bitches.
KG has spoken. No Cassie, unsub.
Oh my
Well,
God.
Antoine, you gotta look at it like this. It says caffeinate or die. So we've had 3 pretty support episodes where it's just nice and mellow, and this is the die part.
This is what happens when I show up. Everything goes to shit.
Hey, apparently I just showed up too, so.
Yeah, no, it's all your fault.
Okay.
It's
I'm okay with that.
yeah. No, not you. The
You know
Mario.
what, Jasta, you need to be quiet, or I'm going to sick Lo-Fi on you, and she's going to do her poop thing again, and it's going to be horrible. I'm going to make her take. I'm going to send her money to take the picture that she wanted to take to send it to you.
See, now because you're not explaining, it sounds way worse. Kind of that clear.
It does. I wanted to say way worse. Actually, Akuma, yes, I did know that ducks had corkscrew penises.
Welcome to Placenta Bacon or Die, the new show. Thanks, James.
Oh God.
Brockus, get your ass on here.
Stop being a pussy, Brockus. Come on.
God.
It's not what it seems. It's not what it seems.
No, see, Buzz says poop with a side of bacon, and James says, yeah, Lo-Fi, ass gravy.
You don't need Buzz, you don't need poop with a side of bacon. You can have bacon in the poop if you eat it timely.
Jaster says, bring it, you weak ass mofo.
He's calling you out, Lo-Fi.
Is vaginal bacon called bacon?
Yes, KG. Yes, it is.
Question.
Oh, fuck you, Akuma. Is the bacon like no? Akuma, would you rather eat duck penis with vaginal bacon or daddy's milk placenta smoothie? How about no? That's no.
I would take the dog penis because at least that's not human.
You are some of the most vile, disgusting, deprived, demented sons of bitches I think I have ever fucking sseen.
It is not my
This is why we're
fault.
friends.
You allowed this, don't you fucking try to act like you didn't allow it. You could have stopped it at any given fucking point. The only innocent here right now, in my eyes, is Sparky. The rest of you are fucking sick.
Thank you. I'm glad someone finally fucking figured it out.
Starwind didn't do anything.
Again, allowed this to happen.
Ooh, Buzz.
I'm a guess. What the hell can I do?
Ooh.
No,
Also, you've
that's
been
not.
doing that terrible
That's not
Mario
happening,
impression,
Buzz.
so.
I'm not doing that, Buzz. That's not happening ever.
Oh, is that the new Iron Chef? Oh, that's amazing. Iron Chef special ingredients, vegetable bacon.
See, that's oh, Brock is
Placenta.
Hello, placenta.
Brock has put me out of my misery. Please, for the love of God.
Oh no, I've already determined it's gonna happen on the Discord. I'm basically gonna I don't know what's actually happening, but basically I've decided that Brock is the world ender. Has jumped into your RP server and basically fucking destroyed the entire thing. You now have to reset everything. I already know that's what's happening, but everything is reset. Fuck you guys.
No, I mean put me out of my misery now. That stuff is going to be in my mind.
No, nigga, suffer with me.
Just use your axe. Just one good, thump.
You don't deserve my axe. You get the hammer if you get anything.
Oh, I don't want
No, he doesn't deserve the hammer either.
Why don't I? Why
the hammer is unbiased? What?
Oh, please go.
The axe is used for honor kills. This would not be an honor kill.
Why do I have the dirtiest image in my head of Brock is hammering Antoine?
No.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's a good image. That's a good image.
Yeah, I have zero qualms.
Thank you, Bob. You're making it close. So now we have balut with a side of vaginal bacon, a placenta smoothie, and copulin coated hash browns.
Copulin coated cookies.
No, the hammer is not my penis kill, Groove.
Yes, it is. I see the head. It's big and wide. And the rest is...
That's how I think the bacon's made.
This is not...
This is going horribly wrong.
Dr. Horrible's fucking shit.
So, Brockus, how was your morning?
It was all right. I was doing a lot of good rep grinding with my fucking warlock, and I'm getting closer to actually unlocking those new races and everything because I've been playing World of Warcraft, a lot of World of Warcraft. It's fun. I love it. I was even watching a Taliesin and Evitale episode where they, after 2 weeks of fucking nothing, they finally dropped a new episode. I'm like, yay! And then I saw, oh look, Help for the Guild list is on. Let's see what my friends are talking. You sick fucks. And that's how my morning's gone.
Oh, Ishtar, why?
Good morning.
Why, Ishtar? You're supposed to be on my side.
Don't tell me there's more.
I'm not talking about WoW. I was basically saying what I was doing with it. Fucking Damiana, calm down. Calm down.
All right, since we've already asked.
See you, Josh.
Either way, her last name is Scourgeborn, so that kind of makes me think maybe somebody does know about the Warcraft lore and shit. Maybe.
I don't play World of Warcraft that much. Do you, Starwind?
Nope, but I know more enough about it.
Since I got my my tower back, I actually downloaded StarCraft 2, and I can't wait to start playing the shit out of that. I want to get what I'm doing in fucking WoW first. That's all I need to do is just get that taken care of, and then I can move on to playing that gorgeous RTS I've missed so much.
So, this is from Ishtar. Woman arrested after raunchy come on to Easter Bunny.
I swear to God. Antoine. Sick
yes.
Fuck. Well,
she wanted to fuck like rabbits?
Can do.
This is from the Huffington Post. Trying to make out with the Easter Bunny isn't exact... Oh my God.
They're gonna palm the shit out of their stuff. It's pissing me off.
Exactly appropriate behavior, especially when kids are watching. But that's what police said an Ohio woman did. LaDonna Hewitt, 54. Well, I guess she was a little eager. Was arrested on Saturday after police said she lewdly propositioned and grabbed an Easter bunny working at a carousel park in Mansfield. When Hewlett posed for a photo with the rabbit, witnesses said she inappropriately grabbed the costume character and made suggestive comments within earshot of families at the indoor park, according to the local station WLW. someone called Mansfield police. And there's a picture. We received a report from a citizen, an unusual report from a citizen that called us to the Richland Carousel Park for an intoxicated female doing some lewd acts on the Easter Bunny.
She's really
There
into
you go.
furries.
I guess.
Yeah.
She hasn't played any of Silent Hill 3. You don't fuck with the Easter Bunny.
I'm scrubbing my mind with gorgeous fantasy art. Fuck you guys.
Arriving officers found Hewitt on the carousel, the station reported. According to the arrest report obtained by the Smoking Gun, officers said Hewitt seemed to be drunk with slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, and a generally wobbly demeanor. You don't fucking say. Hewitt was charged with public drunkenness and booked into the county jail. She was released 8 hours later, according to WLW. Police didn't charge her with assaulting the Easter Bunny. Hewitt's Facebook page amazingly prophetic, featuring a comment that she can be a handful, but most of the time I'm just an idiot. At least she's honest.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yes, whoever floats your boat.
Yes, Thrax, you didn't come in at the most interesting time. Listen to Jester. Go back about an hour. Share our pain.
Hey, Kadant, you want to buy some skooma?
Cheat has wares if you have coin.
I saw this and that was all I could think of. I was just like, oh my god. All right. I'm sharing with my friend who likes the Elder Scrolls 2.
Yeah.
Ruckus, who doesn't like that?
Quite a few people actually. Example, Zell. He's not a fan of the Elder Scrolls games.
No, I just want to kick them out. People who don't like it.
I am. Captain Hook is. Starwind is.
Nice.
All right.
Buzz still wants bacon. He's disgusting.
Yes.
Then go eat some bacon, Buzz.
That's not the type of bacon he's talking about. So we've been going for about 2.5 hours. I am thoroughly sick.
Before you go, I just want to say, look, I'm going to show you something I think you're going to appreciate. Look, if Antoine was in a fantasy setting and actually some sort of evil fuck.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Right?
It is.
That right there is bad. I told you guys I was scrubbing my mind.
Can you
with,
make it bigger, Brockers? I can't see.
I can't actually make it bigger. It won't. I don't know.
He needs your help to make it bigger, Lo-Fi.
Open image. Yeah, I can help Brockers make it way bigger.
Okay, stop with the innuendo and tell me how to fucking enlarge the image.
Right click, and says open image in new tab.
Or just double click.
It didn't work. And now you can zoom up in the corner. On the 3 dots.
Oh.
There's a thing called zoom, and you just zoom in a bit. Oh, that's pretty.
Right? Like, this is how I'd imagine that if Antoine became a corrupted, warlock or some shit like that in a fantasy world, this is what he'd look like.
Oh, I'm thinking about the guy in front of him.
That's just an undead.
That one. Perfect.
That's just undead.
I know. That's Antoine.
Random soldier. No, I imagine that's Sparky. He was the first victim.
Oh. First victim of Caffinated or Die.
So, thank you everyone for joining us for Caffinated to Die. I'd like to thank my co-hosts, Cassie and Sparky, thanking our guests, Lo-Fi, Brockus, Kadant, Starwin, and Casey. And we hope to see you guys next week, same time, 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And remember, caffeinate or die.
I hate you all.